This is not one of the best ways to start your day. I don't know what is, dude. I got here super early this morning because I knew this was coming at some point. Thankfully I did, because this thing showed up stupid early this morning. I got one of my neighbor warehouse guys over there to just unload it with a forklift. This thing weighs 1,400 pounds. Like, that's a big box. So that's tight. I'm super excited. We're gonna hopefully be doing that this weekend. That makes me extremely happy. Something that hasn't been making me extremely happy is you. This thing is just like, let me just show you this. I'm gonna give you a real example here. This is Courtney's coffee mug because it's like one of the thinnest ones we have. All of mine are like way thicker at the base. And look at this. If you put this thing in the cup holder, it barely sits in there, and if you give it any gas, it just goes beep and flips right out. Like when there's actual coffee in it, it'll just go all over your legs. It's not nice. And so since we got the warehouse, I've been just dailying the Civic, obviously, and I've been literally holding my coffee in my hand the whole way to work because I have to. If I put it in the cup holder, it tips over. If I use one of my mugs, it doesn't even fit. So I really have no choice. And then 3 days in a row now, this happened today, thankfully. Today I'm wearing black pants. I don't know if you guys can see right here. I hit a bump and I'm like trying to steer, trying to shift, trying to hold my coffee, and my hot ass coffee spilled all over my leg. And like this morning I was like, I can't do this anymore. So this morning on my way here, I'm like, I don't know what I want to do today. There's a couple different options. Spilled hot coffee on myself, and I was like, you know what? I need the BRZ back in my life. I just love this car. I just miss it. And it rides so smooth, and my coffee fits in the cup holder. I told you guys I was gonna need to get some camber adjustments and like control arms and all that kind of stuff. And the other day, this beautiful box showed up. So this is gonna be something that's brand new for me to do and show you guys and everything, because I have never done like camber on a car. That's just like not my thing. I like more of like a beefier kind of setup. But with this car, I do want to go, like I want it to be, I don't know, I don't want to say like stanced, but I want it to be more stancy than any car I've ever had before. And I've never had more camber adjustment than what you get stock. Like this thing has maybe 2-3 degrees in the rear, maybe 2-3 degrees in the front, and that's just because like that's what the coilovers do. I don't know, I didn't really care. I didn't want camber. I don't want to be like a stance boy, but to a certain extent we kind of have to. We have to make it look nice and be just a little bit stancy and just make people just be like, damn. And then when you air out too, we're gonna need that adjustment, so when I air out, I can air out like super nicely. So for the first time in a while, I can actually say we're doing something that I have never done before, and I'm super hyped to do it. So honestly, I really don't know what is in all these boxes. Let's just get them out of here. Damn, that is long, dude. So first box had a rear adjustable lower control arm. I feel like the lower control arm's all we're gonna need, because we don't need like a stupid amount of camber. We just need like just enough to get the wheel to kind of tuck in a little bit. I kind of like how SPC does like not really much branding on there. It just says SPC on the bottom and that's it. I kind of like the clean look. A lot of people get like stupid flashy ones that you can see from the back. I'm not really about that. I think this looks cool. These are adjustable toe arms. And I guess I could have got adjustable upper arms too, but it's like, how much do I really need to get just a little bit? You know what I mean? Like I didn't need to go overkill just to get like a little bit of camber. So I think this is like a really good starting point. And then again, that's the other side. And then these guys should help add, I don't know if they have an exact number. Need a little bit in the front to make it match the rear, or at least so that the front's like a little bit cambered also. I figured this was a good start. We got camber bolts for the front. I'm fired up. It should in theory be a pretty quick and easy install for all these things, but just because I'm saying that, probably not. But at this point, we're just gonna start firing mods onto there just to get it to the point where I can drive it, because do I ever miss this thing? This is what we're gonna be replacing it with. So a bit longer, and then you can see there's like all this extra adjustment. So even just pushing the thing out like a little bit is gonna give you the bottom of the wheel. The bottom of the wheel is gonna come out like quite a bit just from a little movement. So that's cool. I also gotta figure out where this guy goes first too. It looks like it'd be this guy right here. Like this looks like the toe arm to me. They both kind of look the same. Look at this from the front, dude. Look at this from the front. Usually, I want to look at things from the back. That's just the way I am. But this is something that you got to look at it from the front. There, you guys see that rear wheel? See, it's kind of, you know, it's just kind of there. Check this out. Oh, look at that one. Dude, look how much camber that is. I know that's for like stance boys, that's not a lot, but like for me, man, that's a lot. That is a lot. I think the toe looks like pretty spot on with what we're going for. Maybe it's a little bit out still actually, but it kind of depends because the whole car is kind of on an angle. It's kind of hard to tell. Emerson's gonna get here and he's gonna be like, oh man. But when Brad gets here, Brad's gonna be like, yeah, that looks so good, put more. Because they're, like, Emerson's more like me, like we like simple camber, but Brad's all about like full send, as much camber as you can get.
This thing is so nice, dude.
I know he's gonna like that. Everything's tightened up in the rear. I got the front wheel off, and these should be pretty easy. I'm pretty sure Emerson actually has some of these on the 240. I've literally just never had any experience with anything to do with camber, because I just, like, it just hasn't been my style until now. So this one should be super simple compared to the rear. This one, we literally just have to knock out, I believe, this bottom bolt here, and then the same thing, as we twist it, it should kind of like give us more and less camber. Okay, so that's it right now, like the same, I put it all back together. It's basically sitting exactly where it was before I did any of this. Give this a little spin here just to show you guys like what we're looking at as far as movement for the camber. That's gonna be out. And then we should start going back in. Right about there. So I don't know what I just did. Oh, the top bolt moved too. I just gave this like a huge push and the top bolt moved in, which is weird, but also dope. Let's see if I loosen it a little more, if we can get any more out of it. So the top bolt alone could be responsible for like at least a degree. So let's keep that pushed all the way in. I'm actually really impressed with how this is turning out, because I was really scared that it was gonna be like super camber machine, and I wasn't thrilled about it. Did tuck away the top of the wheel a lot. Obviously it's on the ground, but like the top of the wheel is hidden quite a bit now, but like we have some good camber going on. You'll probably see it better from back here. Yeah, dude, that's nice. That's like just exactly what I was looking for, really, like not too much. But I can drive this car now. The whole kit's bolted down. You guys saw the end of the last video. Whole kit's bolted. The camber should make it so that I can at least hit a bump. The exhaust is the only thing we have left to do. The exhaust is still terrible, but we're gonna get there. Let's wrap up the other side and get this thing on the ground, dude. I'm fired up to see what it looks like actually on the ground. This almost pooched my wheels and cut my finger off. I literally took off 4 of my 5 lug nuts. I wish it was videoing because you guys would have got better footage, but this thing snapped, dude. Like, look, there's other halves in the drill. So I was hitting it with the impact, and then it snapped and my finger just went and it sliced me right there, like completely sliced my fingertip. So that's like a 4-year-old mastercraft thing. It's not the best, that's probably why it broke. Anyways, I don't have a first aid kit in here yet, and as of later on I will. So I wrapped my finger up in like a rag, and then I just ran next door, and huge shout out to my shop neighbor, who I'm gonna introduce you guys to one day because he does some pretty cool stuff, but for now, I'm just gonna say thank you. I run over there, he's watching my video that went out today, and I'm just like, dude, I don't have a first aid kit. So he cracked me this like one-time use, like super cold ice pack. If you're watching this and you don't do well with yucky things, this isn't the worst thing you're ever gonna see, but it isn't the best thing you're ever gonna see. So just a heads up, if you don't like things like this, just don't look. It hasn't been bleeding in here a lot because it's like hella cold. Dude, it's like stuck to me. I don't know if that's good or bad. Like, that's kind of what we're dealing with. If I can get a good focus, you can see my fingernail is completely split right where that hard line of blood is. Completely split and going into my finger right there. And my fingernail is what's cutting my actual finger. We were so close to being done. I can't believe this. I'm so pissed. All I wanted to do was just put this thing outside. Dude, I just wanted to put my car outside and see it in the daylight, man. Update. I went back over there. I brought the flush cuts and he cut my fingernail, pulled it out from underneath the skin, which really hurt. And now I'm gonna just bandage it up, and I don't want to put too much stress on it because I don't want it to bleed too much, but I really don't want to see this car not get done. I'm also really sorry that I did that to you guys. I'm sorry if you guys don't like that. I really don't like putting stuff like that in the videos. I don't think I ever really hurt myself to that extent ever, so that's why I put it in. Like when I'm filming, I've never actually really hurt myself filming, so I've never really put it in any of the videos. So I'm sorry if you guys didn't like that, but there's not much I can do now except either cry about it for the rest of the night or keep going. So we're gonna keep going, take into account the injury. Let's see how long it takes to just get it done. It is now 4:10. I ended up doing a couple more things. It's 4:23 now. We are at 5:29, dude, or 5:30, there you go. Honestly, not that bad. Not that it matters at all. I'm just like, I was telling you guys it's pretty easy, so even, I was literally just taking my time, didn't try and go fast at all. But it's done. The toe is what the toe is. The front ones are way toed in. The rear ones are both a little bit toed out. It's one of those things where like it's just gonna be that way till we take it to alignment, and then once we take it there, there's no point in me even trying to get it to where it looks good. Because even if it looks good, once they get it on the machine, they're gonna be like, it's not good. We gotta fix it. So if I'm gonna pay for that, I may as well just save my time. It's good enough to look at and get an idea for camber. So let's drop this thing on the ground, and I will catch you guys tomorrow when it is hopefully sunny outside, or at least daylight, and we can see this thing on the ground. I put my phone up to the back on like a piece of wood, and it says we're at like -7 degrees. I think that's probably the max that I want to go, but like it doesn't look that bad. It's enough like we're having fun. The front has some major issues going on. The front's super towed in on both sides, so I'm gonna have to get that figured out. And then I don't want to say I'm gonna get a spacer or anything until we get. The thing that's awkward is that this kit is like very rare, and I was the third one to have it in all of North America, and finding exact wheel specs that fit it isn't simple. Like there's not a lot of them out there, so it was really hard to find exactly what's gonna fit properly. And it's also very weird. It might just be my car might be sitting weird. This strut might be kind of blown. The coilovers are pretty old, but like this side still has this really weird nice wheel gap. This side is like hella tight. And when I measured the distance to the ground, this side's sitting lower, so it could just be that something's wrong with this. The coilover got adjusted. Honestly, I don't know, but I feel like trying to figure out why the sides are different isn't really an issue until we get bags. Once the bags are on and I can air them out, it'll tell me what's wrong. Like all the sensors and everything, they'll tell me, and they'll be like, yo, your back right side is pooched or something. I don't know, that's how bags work, right? They tell you what's wrong. Anyways, I'm super fired up that we got to take this thing out here in the sunlight and actually get like a nice look at it. But look at what we're dealing with, just because obviously I don't know if you guys can hear that, but just getting it across the parking lot here in the warehouse is brutal. There's a couple like really weird dips, like right here there's gonna be one. I'm crawling. Dude. Not the worst, but it's just, it's fiberglass fenders. It's not like it's a stock body and I'm rubbing on just like the normal fender. Like that's probably not that good to be rubbing on. Like I said, I was just starting with these things. I don't ever put camber on cars. It's not like a thing I do. So I'm not like, I don't have it figured out. I don't know these things. So we're gonna need to get probably a lower arm for the front, and that'll probably even help, or we might not need a spacer as bad if it pushes it out a bit. I don't really know. We're just gonna keep winging it and see what we have, but the front needs to match the rear or be close, like maybe 5 and 6 or 5 and 7. I think I said it was 7. Something like that. I don't want it to be like 3 and 7 because that doesn't look good to me. I'd prefer it to be kind of like all matching. Either way, I'm happy with how it turned out. I'm happy with the way it's looking, because it's just looking like I mean, I guess like a wide body car would look, because most people do this, but you can see I literally didn't even, I want to cross the parking lot. And you can see it kind of grooving in there. I'm expecting to probably have to get a spacer for the front, and then like in future when I get more wheels, I'll just get the specs that I know will fit. We're just day by day getting it closer to me being able to drive it again and just daily it, which is really all I want to do. Have my BRZ back and just it be my daily again. I guess seeing that it's been a couple days too, my finger is like much better. I'm gonna give you guys just a little sneak peek of what's going on. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you know, because that's where you should be following me, because that is where I post all the things that we're doing and keeping everybody up to date. It's not there anymore. It's gone. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't know, let me know your thoughts. Huge shout out to SBC for becoming part of the build and helping us out with the parts. I will catch you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out and stay committed.